In the ASI department, as you know, we have excellent faculty, staff, and students, and there have been many achievements and transitions within the department over the past year. The awards are too numerous to mention in a presentation of this type, but I want to pull out a couple of examples of the award-winning faculty that we have in ASI. Our livestock judging team was the national championship livestock team. We had 3 All-Americans on that team, attesting to the quality of students that we have in our judging team. And Coach Mullenix was the Coach of the Year. So really a trifecta in the livestock judging arena. A second award of note, Dr. Cassie Jones was the Agricultural Teacher of the Year as recognized by Mortarboard across the Kansas State campus. When the pandemic hit, the ASI department actually had 3 positions that were being advertised, and thanks to Dean Minton, to the university for allowing us to proceed with those interviews and with those hiring processes. I'm pleased to announce we have 3 new faculty that started early in 2021. Morgan Zumbaugh is a muscle biologist in our meat science program. We added 2 faculty back to a dairy program that was getting relatively thin, with Achilles Neto as a dairy nutritionist and Victor Gomez Leon as our dairy extension specialist. So it's great to have them on, have that new energy of bringing in new faculty into the ASI department. One other transition going the other way, Dr. Bob Weber, who many of you know, has transitioned to become the department head for the Eastern Research and Extension Centers. So a key position in cow-calf extension that we're looking forward to filling as soon as possible. I wanted to give you a brief update of the teaching, research, and extension programs in ASI as we've just continued forward over the past year, carrying out those parts of our mission with our student stakeholders. In teaching, the most common question I get is what was the impact of the pandemic on enrollment? What I can tell you is the ASI major in the ASI department went down about 2% in this past fall. And in fact, we were coming off record highs in 2016, 17, 18 at that time. So a small decline is not unexpected with our undergraduate program. For your information, 955 students attend K-State in the ASI major. We have another 70 graduate students in the ASI major also. The courses that we've taught since last spring actually have been under COVID restrictions, and those have varied somewhat, but I'm really proud of our department in that in the fall, every course that we taught to our Manhattan-based students had some aspect of face-to-face interaction. Couldn't meet with all of them all the time, but all the instructors, faculty stepped up and did an excellent job. In fact, what we see as we look at student comments from the fall, the students are very appreciative of that kind of approach, appreciative of their instructors and what they did to step up and help them learn in the fall. Doing the same thing this spring. The best news we've received recently is that in the fall, we'll be back to normal classroom capacities and a lot of face-to-face teaching. And we're excited that we're able to kind of return to where we were. At this time, I want to give a big shout out to our animal science units and the people that work there, because the hogs, the cattle, the sheep, they didn't know there was a pandemic. And so it's been business as usual within our units and our production units for the last year. Those folks stepped up during the challenging times, did a great job of taking care of those animals, and they accomplished all this in the face of reduced student labor. And that student labor is important to us to get the work done, even more important as a training ground for those students when they leave us here from the ASI department and go out into future careers. So thank you to all those at all of our units in ASI for carrying us through this period. For our research programs, much of the animal work carried on as expected. As we all know, those animals have a seasonal pattern of reproduction, of production, and so a lot of the animal work continued on with some restriction. More restrictions were in the laboratories where people were working closer together, but our research program is going strong, and I would say that our scientists, they stepped up then to do what they could do, and I can tell you we have the greatest number of awards in terms of amount, $5.4 million of external grant awards in the department than we've ever had in 2020. And so that group has stepped up and done what we can do within some of the restrictions. So the research at K-State ASI is going extremely well. In extension, obviously we had to pivot to virtual presentation in many things that we do. So we had Stalker Day, we had the Swine Day, we had webinars, we had Zoom conferences one-on-one. All these things became the way that we could share technology, discovery, innovation with our stakeholders. I think all of us are excited to get back to some of the face-to-face work, but there is a little silver lining in this period of time where we've developed these tools. We've added something to our toolbox. We know how to virtually communicate and to share information. And I can say in some of the bigger events, the attendance at those virtually substantially exceeded what we would typically have face-to-face. Maybe not too surprising, but the more surprising part to me was the international and nationwide kind of flavor that came in with the attendees at those conferences. So our extension program is moving forward and adapting as we go along. As you can see, the ASI department is coming through this on the other side stronger than ever.